That ghostly doll, desperately seeking a human body to possess, looks just as strange as the bizarre reasons behind its curse. This is the true horror story of the cursed, haunted doll, Annabelle, which even today remains bound with incantations and locked away in the Occult Museum. The tale of this Raggedy Ann doll filled with evil spirits begins in 1918, when American writer Johnny Gruelle, famous for children's stories and comics, mentioned it in his book, Raggedy Ann Doll. Johnny actually wrote about a real incident that happened to him. He explains that one day, while casually strolling outside his house, he spotted a doll lying in his backyard. John had never seen that doll in his home before, so he went to his neighbors and asked if it belonged to them, but all the neighbors denied it. John couldn't figure out how this doll had appeared in his house. He didn't think much about it and simply brought the doll inside and gave it to his daughter, Marcella. Marcella was very young at the time, so she was thrilled to see the doll. From then on, Marcella played with the doll constantly, and over those days, she developed an incredibly strong attachment to it. She wouldn't let the doll out of her sight even for a moment. She would sit alone at home, play with the doll, and talk to it endlessly. Seeing all this, Johnny grew a bit worried about his daughter, but considering her just a child, he let her keep playing with it. However, when Marcella turned 13, she fell seriously ill. When she was given a vaccine for this illness, it had a reverse effect on her body, leading to her tragic death. But friends, something extremely strange happened here. Just a few days before Marcella's death, the doll mysteriously vanished from Johnny's house on its own. Johnny and others searched everywhere for it at her request, but it was nowhere to be found. In other words, the doll had arrived at John's house in this mysterious way and disappeared in exactly the same enigmatic manner. When Johnny wrote this true story in his book, people were utterly shocked to learn about it. His story became hugely famous at the time. For decades after that, the doll was nowhere to be seen, and people forgot all about it. But friends, in 1977, this doll made its terrifying return to the world. This time, it appeared in an antique shop called Office Toe. What happened was that a woman went to the antique shop and bought this strangely eerie-looking doll. The woman had no idea that by purchasing this doll, she was actually acquiring a haunted one. She bought the doll to gift it to her daughter Donna on her birthday. Donna was studying nursing at the time and lived in an apartment with her two friends. Donna was quite surprised by her mother's gift because her mother had never given her a doll before. Besides, she was past the age of playing with dolls. Still, she really liked her mother's thoughtful present. She decorated the doll and placed it on a shelf in her room. However, Donna's two roommates absolutely hated the doll. One of them, named Lou, found the doll creepy right from the start. She even warned Donna not to keep the doll in the room. But Donna ignored her advice and kept the doll in the room anyway. As soon as the doll entered the room, all sorts of bizarre things started happening there. First, Donna noticed that the doll would move from its spot on its own. Whenever Donna and her friends left the room and returned, they would find the doll in a completely new location. Lou had been noticing this for several days. When she told her roommates about it, both friends insisted she immediately remove the haunted doll from the room because it was genuinely possessed. But Donna dismissed her friends' warnings because she didn't believe in ghosts or spirits. Days passed like this, and they kept observing the doll's strange behaviors. After about a month, they found a piece of paper inside the room. It was written in a child's handwriting, "Help me." This paper didn't appear just once, it kept showing up in the room multiple times. Additionally, one night when they returned from somewhere late, they saw red stains on the doll's back and chest. Since all three were nursing students, it didn't take them long to realize these weren't red paint stains. They were actual blood. no one could understand where this blood had come from on the doll's clothes. After this incident, they repeatedly told Donna that the doll was haunted and it was absolutely not safe to keep it there. But Donna refused to listen to any of her friends. Even after all this, she didn't remove the doll from her room. In fact, Donna herself had developed a strange attachment to the doll. One day, Lou was home alone while Donna and her other friend had gone out for some work. Suddenly, Lou heard Donna screaming from the room. In her panic, she forgot that Donna wasn't even home. She rushed into the room and saw that apart from the doll, no one else was there. But then, screams that sounded like Lou's own voice came from the room. By coincidence, Donna and her friend had just returned home. As soon as they heard Lou's screams, both rushed into the room. They found Lou unconscious on the floor with deep injury marks on her body. The two friends rushed Lou to the hospital, where she was immediately admitted. About 2 days later, when Lou regained consciousness, she told them that the doll had attacked her. Hearing this, both were stunned. Now they finally believed everything Lou had said. After all, Lou had survived a life-threatening attack. She couldn't possibly be lying in that condition. The two immediately went to the church near their hostel and told Father Heimel about the incident. Father Heimel listened to Donna and sent her to his senior, Father Cook. Father Cook examined the doll thoroughly and told them it was haunted, with an evil spirit possessing it. Father Cook said handling this case was beyond his ability. For this, he contacted paranormal activity experts Ed and Lorraine Warren. This husband and wife duo rushed to Donna's hostel room as soon as they heard about the case. They decided to spend a full week investigating the doll's behavior in detail. After spending a week with the doll, the Warrens told Donna that an extremely powerful spirit inhabited it. This spirit would leave the doll and enter a human body. They further explained that the spirit had chosen Donna's body as its new home. They urged that it must be separated from Donna as quickly as possible. Hearing all this, they panicked and agreed to let the Warrens take the doll. The couple placed the doll in their car to take it away. Suddenly, all the car's systems failed. The car went out of control and crashed into a wall. Fortunately, the car's speed wasn't very high at the time, so the husband and wife escaped with minor injuries. However, the Warrens realized that the doll was responsible for the car going out of control. It had used its demonic powers to sabotage all the systems. Somehow, after reaching home, the couple used rituals, incantations, and holy water to calm the doll and sealed it in a box. They then placed this box in their own occult museum. From that day until now, the doll has remained locked inside that museum. Friends, where the doll is kept in the museum, there's also a warning sign. No one should come near this box or try to open it because satanic powers still reside within this doll. Personally, I don't believe in ghosts or spirits myself, but since this is a true story, I thought I should share it with you all. What do you think about this story? Don't forget to tell us in the comments. Thank you so much for giving your valuable time. Like, subscribe, hit the bell. Next horror coming soon.